The Prince by Niccolò Machiavelli is a foundational text on political philosophy and realist tactics in leadership. Written in the 16th century, it examines the qualities and strategies needed for rulers to maintain power and stability. Machiavelli's insights are often stark, focusing on practical effectiveness rather than moral ideals, making the work both influential and controversial. Machiavelli begins by distinguishing between different types of principalities, states or territories, and the methods needed to acquire and govern each. Hereditary principalities, passed down through family lineage, are easier to maintain, as the ruler benefits from established loyalty. In contrast, new principalities, gained through conquest or favor, require more cunning and adaptability. For these new rulers, Machiavelli recommends a mix of force and strategy to secure loyalty, advising them to eliminate former leaders and threats to prevent rebellion. One of Machiavelli's most well-known arguments is the idea that it is safer for a ruler to be feared than loved, but ideally, both. He emphasizes that, while cruelty can be a tool for maintaining power, it should be used judiciously to avoid fostering hatred. Machiavelli believes that fear is a reliable means of control, as it does not waver with changing circumstances. A prince who can inspire fear without contempt or resentment is more likely to command respect and obedience. The prince also stresses the importance of adaptability and pragmatism in leadership. Machiavelli advises that a ruler must be willing to adjust their approach based on circumstances and adopt morally flexible tactics when necessary. For instance, a successful ruler must know how to deceive, manipulate, and act ruthlessly when the situation calls for it. Machiavelli famously advocates for the use of deception as a political tool, asserting that appearances often matter more than reality. A prince should appear virtuous, courageous, and generous to the public but be prepared to act contrary to these virtues if doing so strengthens their rule. This advice reflects Machiavelli's view that most people judge based on appearances, not actions, which a skilled leader can exploit. Machiavelli also discusses the importance of military prowess, arguing that a ruler must have a deep understanding of military affairs to defend their state. He warns against relying on mercenaries, as they lack loyalty and can turn against their employer. Instead, he encourages princes to cultivate native troops who feel loyalty to their homeland, ensuring a more stable source of power and defense. In the final sections, Machiavelli reflects on the role of fortune and virtue. While luck or fortune can impact a ruler's success, Machiavelli insists that preparation and decisiveness are more important. By possessing virtue qualities such as strength, intelligence, and decisiveness, a prince can harness fortune to their advantage. He urges rulers to act boldly when fortune favors them and to adapt when fortune changes. Ultimately, the prince is a realistic guide to maintaining political power, advocating for a calculated approach that prioritizes stability and control over moral considerations. Machiavelli's pragmatic views have influenced leaders, thinkers, and politicians across centuries, prompting debates about the nature of power, ethics, and governance. By presenting an unfiltered view of political strategy, The Prince remains a crucial text for understanding leadership and the complexities of human behavior in power dynamics,